Senate negotiators are increasingly disappointed and pushing back because they say that there is a widespread misinformation surrounding the emerging border package. The deputies in negotiations have been preparing the invoice for months, but opposition choir has grown loudly in recent weeks. Now, as they approached the last invoice text in the coming days, they began to publish more exhausting scolders. This comes in the midst of former President Trump's attacks and Speaker Mike Johnson. The bill can die at home. You.Thom Tillis in his statement to journalists. He said, "The messaging war is real. This is very difficult." Senator Kyrsten Cinema, one of chief negotiators, shifted ongoing attacks against bill, considering that details were not largely known except for extensive strokes. When Cinema returned to journalists a long and forth stories about what this and what they haven't done are wrong. In particular, Cinema and others are dealing with rumors that have become an important point speech for conservative opponents if immigrant transitions reach an average of 5,000 matches per day. The Ministry Internal Security will have to close the border. Almost conservatives. The United States somehow, in shape or form, to claim that the country will allow 5,000 immigrants to claim this detail. Johnson. The package every month will allow illegal transition to 150,000. He said. Cinema, describing the claim as the greatest misinformation there, and has repeatedly added the catch and release of an immigrant before the bill had to appear for an immigrant trial. Arizona Independent said, 5,000 to illegal countries. 5,000 a day, the idea that it is actually wrong. They cannot stay in the country or they do not enter the country. They are not noticed. A way to work. And once the final claims are decided, asylees deserves according to our laws. When Johnson's words were asked, he labeled them as actually wrong. Johnson's office returned on Wednesday. As Speaker stated, based on published news reports, the new authority would only operate after an average of 4,000 or 5,000 of matches. The expanded lyrics Cinema our head GOP negotiator Sen.James Lankford During view of a market show. Days after start attacks by Trump arrived days later. In the CBS's Fache The National. All of the invoices are working on internet rumors and many of them are wrong. More than one Senate Republican. Main problem encountered by those who want a border agreement is still the lack of current legislative text, said. Group worked for weeks to nail this text. But I hope that they made the last touches before this week was published. You.Shelley Moore Capito, they were misinterpreted, he said. When there is no text in front of you, I think some details are misinterpreted. The border agreement is expected to be a part of the emergency suffix that will connect border reforms by helping President Biden's Ukraine, Israel, Indian-Paci,